All right, people, you've made it to the finals of the Vault Keepers. We are jumping right in. I'm here with Joel41. What's up, Joel?
Howdy, good to be here.
You are the officially the organizer of this event. You must feel like a proud father right now.
I'm just I don't know. I'm excited to see the finals and get it all over with and then begin the nightmare of shipping everybody's decks out. But for the most part, it's been really fun and everybody's been great sports today. I love it.
Love it. So we're right into the finals. We just watched Flox's game in the last round, and looks like Flox selected Gued's deck, the unpublished Grumpus, which I'll pull up on the screen for everyone to watch right now. And but Gued chose Flox's deck. Flox chose Gued's deck, so I think they tried to one up each other, and and here we are. They took each other's deck. It's a nice little reversal round.
That's insane because Flox is the bottom seed of the bottom seed. There were 45 players who qualified, 42 played on the finals today, and he was the bottom of the bottom seed because he got in on a bye. And now he's at the finals. Like it doesn't matter what your seed is in this thing when it's adaptive. You can just play your way right into the finals. It's crazy.
Yeah, it truly has been so fun watching adaptive, specifically for that reason, because we watched another Delphian went to top 4 with a 60 SAS deck, and figured out how to bid people up and hit them with the double binding irons, and pretty exciting stuff. So we saw this Subiles deck in the last round, really solid all around, very good stats. You can see it on the screen right now. Maybe just no artifact control. We haven't seen this unpublished Grumpus deck yet, but not that far off, not far different, but a little faster on the efficiency side. A couple daughters, NZ, a couple things like that. So, and double bonithing is and a rad penny is nothing to balk at. So, should be an interesting deck. So, I mean, they are just in it. We had 2 French players, right? And Gued taking an early lead.
Yeah, the efficiency is definitely there for the Shadows deck on the bottom there from Flox, or the one he's playing. I just watched Gued take out X-Ray because X-Ray may have had the superior deck and everything, but 10 chains really catches up to you versus a deck with, there's the excuse me, there's the Kirby's, there's a bunch of efficiency that's kind of hidden in there with the different bots, and of course Zenzi. Just that deck just floods the board with a bunch of creatures, and if you can't kill them, you're in trouble.
Yeah, and Flox crawled back from a 10 chain bid in the last round to come back and win, and so that was pretty exciting too. Gued just going for the throat here, immediately up to 6 amber, red alert, killing everything. And Flox just turning to see if he can maybe pull him off check. It looks like we got a Star Alliance survey turn, a couple surveys here. Discards the Quixel Stone. I did see the subtle auto pulled the Obsidian Forge away earlier, and that's a hard one to see when Flox hit from Gued's, but Gued's still ahead, so we'll see. This may be the fastest game in the tournament right here.
Hey, we've had some long games, some short games. Last top 8 and top 4, I think, had the highest chain bids of the tournament. There were some 13s and 10s and 12s, and just a lot of the opening rounds for the play-in games had people just swapping decks with no chain bidding, which I found really interesting. And now, as we're progressing, the chains got higher and higher and higher, and now only in this game they swapped and there's no chains again. It's just weird.
Yeah, it's that game within a game of adaptive where you think, oh, they're really going to want to take their deck, so I'll take their deck and bid them up, and then they're thinking the exact same thing, and then you start to think, well, are they going to think like me, or are they going to think like someone else? And you can't sit at a table and look at them and try to read the nonverbal communication. And I love that part of adaptive. I mean, this is just super fun. So John Cargo
Gotta keep
drops
your
with
poker
double
face.
draw pip. Yeah. So Flox putting himself in check. Gued played the Curiosaurus, which I said the last game I recorded that I'm not smart enough to figure out how to play Curiosaurus, so I don't.
Yeah, if you haven't played the game a whole lot since the pandemic, Curiosaurus is one of those cards where it's very difficult to just pick that up and learn how to use it, because I actually tend to shy away from playing those myself.
Yeah, I'm always like, okay, all right, so I've got Ludo on the board, and I've got this Scudam here, and then the Curiosaurus triggers at this point, and then you've got this Dark Minion, and that hits, and it's just it hurts my brain. So thank goodness for the rules being coded into TCO when it does happen. Look at that Dinobot coming in with the extra Amber Pip and a damage Pip, and it does 3 damage to someone when it comes in. If he wanted to, he chose not to there, but.
I'm very intrigued by the unpublished deck, because it's got a lot of really bizarre answers to things. When you look at the Krizap, the standardized with a bunch of both mutants and not mutants and a red alert, and I think the Quixelstone is obviously probably just a hard permanent discard there, unless you know it's the last turn and you can win off it. But we have 2 very different decks here. Same set, but they play so much differently.
Yeah, Sharon Star Alliance, which makes sense, but then we've got 2 other different houses on each side. The unpublished deck definitely has a ton of enhancements. I mean, dear goodness, I'm just looking at this. That's always fun. So Infernus purged the Zenzi. I must have missed when the Zenzi hit the discard. I didn't even see that happen earlier.
I think it was like second turn. It was real early. One of the board clears took him out.
Sacro.
I think the obvious play with Infernus is to target pips, but taking out key pieces is also really good.
Yeah, the gateway to disc. Got it. Yeah, Zenzi. I mean, gosh, if you can't deal with the Zenzi and that's on the board for even 2 turns, you're in trouble. Okay, so we've got Flox trying to get in position for their first key. We've got these Dinobots and Lycobots being able to reap and discard a card and draw a card is great efficiency.
So much efficiency. It is dangerous when you get logos to stick on the table, because oftentimes it's their speed is that creature-based speed that isn't necessarily obvious, and they're gaining amber while sorting their deck, and it gets out of hand so fast.
Yeah. Yep, and I had a deck with Torado with a bunch of mutant draw cards, and then Dav played against Dr. Sheep in his Dav deck and took his Dav deck, and there was it was pretty crazy. Didn't work out in my favor. I still lost, but it was a fun one. I'm excited to throw it on YouTube tonight.
There were so many Davs in this. Like I didn't realize how many Davs got pulled until everybody showed up in the top 8, top 16, whatever, with Davs. It's like what? Like every game had a Dav.
I know. I still don't even own a Dav deck in person. I've bought so many Mass Mutation decks. I still don't own a single one. It's heartbreaking.
It's like a relatively fair fight here. You definitely have the catch-up cards with
oh, there you go.
Bo in them.
Yeah, Bo got Rad, got another Bo. Dear goodness, with the double damage pip, killed his own Rad Penny, killed the Infernus. That's some good value. That's a weird Bo because, with the Amber Pips, if you just have the Bo and nothing else is out there, that's a dead Bo and no play effect.
And in the game of X-Ray versus Gued in the top 4, X-Ray had his jar out and stopped the Bo Nithings, but the unpublished Grumpus deck is just so fast that if you're just permanently ahead, you don't really need amber control when you're always the one that's in front, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just pure unadulterated speed, throw out more, make more, just do more.
Yep. Go fast. Go fast. Okay, so Flox finally forged a key. So we got 1 key to 1 key, and Flox has a little bit of an amber advantage here. Going back into shadows. Use these Bonithings. Rad Penny's back on the board. Mutant Cut Purse. And just a couple of reaps get Flox back into check for second key. So Flox kind of vaulting themselves ahead right now.
Vault. He said vault.
Wow, I didn't even try to do that. It just happens naturally.
There it is.
Would you say he vaulted himself ahead to keep the lead?
Yes. Yes, I would. He's the lead keeper. I am genuinely curious to see if DHaus does anything in this game. I don't know, because I see half of it in the discard already.
Yeah.
I don't think its coming is accounted for. So we are.
Wait, so it probably is coming because we've got 0 in the draw in the deck and 6-card hand, but discarded the Blast from the Past. Oh, that would have been wild. So that actually, now that you say that, DHaus is probably DHaus is about to drop, and it's going to capture all this 9 amber.
Going to capture all the amber, and he has an easy board answer in front of him with all, because he reap and fight, do 2 damage to everything on the other side, so you can play it, land it, murder something with the 5 damage, and then just trivially take care of the rest of that board.
Oh boy, here we go. Putting it on the Dinobot. Consul Primus coming down. So playing the DHaus, killing probably the Dinobot, getting all that amber, put themselves in check. Huge comeback here. Very curious if Flox has an answer to this dude. Awarded.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the ancient power.
Oh, that's a huge moment. 5 warded creatures, including DHaus with 9 amber.
Now it's just a question of, does Flox have a standardized? He just reshuffled, so
yeah, there are 2.
Maybe.
Yeah, and Red Alert won't do anything. Although Red Alert would ping the wards off, but that's different house here.
I think you're gonna see a standardized. I don't remember if the standardized has pips on it though. Oh gosh, Dimension Door.
Yeah, only one to do it though, because the other one's stunned.
Just that extra value, just a little itty bitty bit of value. Get you there.
So you probably, I mean, if he is going to standardize, he's got to kill this ward.
Yeah, I think the standardized may have had a pip on it. Is that right?
It did. Yeah. Look at that. Yep. Look at that. And sends the Rad Penny back into to their deck, and wow, there you go. Woo.
That is some serious amber banking going on with that Dinobot right now.
I wonder if the standardized was just sitting in the archives. Flox knew the DHaus was coming at some point, and yep.
Save it for a rainy day. Flox, I gotta say, I've watched quite a few of Flox's matches, and Flox played very well today. Earns that top 2 spot. Win or loss in this match, hats off to the guy. He has played extremely well.
Yep. These French players taking over all digital KeyForge. Can't beat them.
Can't beat them. They won the last one with Ashitaka, and now we got Gued in the final here. And Flox is French, but he lives in Denmark.
All right, so the opposition research was a fairly significant play with how big of the board big the board was, but Gued just able to kind of rush this guys out. Gued in check for their second key. Relentless Keeper, Bonesaw.
That board's getting pretty big for Gued right now.
That's a big one. Yeah, a lot of good options there. So Flox is probably feeling a little pressure, even though Flox is ahead on keys. For the amber wise, if Flox can't pull Gued off check here, next round that's a reap out to a victory. So it's gonna be.
I almost wonder if Flox would have been better served to bite into DHaus with whichever one of his bots wasn't stunned, and then play the standardize and kill Rad Penny with the pip, because those twos on Gued's side are gonna get. I mean, even clearing the ward off Kirby would help, because right now you just have a numbers game that's so far against you right now.
Yep. Flox is sitting with 2 in the archives, so it'll be interesting to see how that comes in play. Not taking the archives here, so Kirby drops. Damages the other. Oh, there's the red alert. One second.
Had to pay the Brabble tax there.
So I got my son fell off the couch behind me. I had to check on him. He's fine.
Oof.
He's resilient. Okay, so red alert for 7, killed a bunch of things. Looks like Curiosaurus probably did a bunch of crazy things. Look at that, John. What a turn.
All of the damage pips in the deck Flox is using. I know it's Gued's deck, but all of the damage pips are paying off massively, like trivially clearing wards.
Yep.
Ouch. Yeah, Flox is just playing 2 to 3 times the amount of cards, it feels like, and that's just, that is a rough hill to climb. I'm curious what Gued does now.
Yeah, we were just talking about that board on Gued's side, and then all of a sudden now it's like, well, look at that board on Flox's side. It's wild how that can just swerve in KeyForge in the right turn.
The tables have turned.
Oh, and then we see a pillar on that side. Literally back and back and back. That's just, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now those bonus
they play
things
differently, but they have so many of the same cards that it's like, oof.
Yep. All right, so can Gued get to check here? Getting pretty dang close.
One off.
Oh, so close. All right. Okay, so Flox with 6 cards in hand, 2 in archives.
Standardized would solve the problem.
Wow.
But unfortunately, Curia would pop, so 2 of those amber will go back to the Sacro Alien. That's assuming he has standardized.
Oh, true.
He may not.
Yep. Gosh, yeah. Again, that's that Curiosaurus. Yeah, wouldn't quite get him there, but well, I guess you get, yeah, it doesn't matter. But at this point, you got to be thinking 2 turns ahead. What are you going to do now? And then I'd be shocked if Flox can get into check this turn. Well, there's a Kurzap. Otherwise, yeah, get the daughter. How are you going to pull? So, hoping to draw. I guess there's still 2 in archives. So, is one of those bonus things in there? I know one's in the discard, 2 in the discard. Nope.
Yeah. I think, I could be wrong, but I think that is just about game ball, because besides Bow, there's not a whole lot of amber control in that Grumpus deck. I could be wrong.
Yeah. All right, this is it, Flox. There's also this Obsidian Forge he's staring at on the other side now. So not only does he need to pull him down, but he needs to kill something over here and hopefully make this Obsidian Forge out of reach.
Yeah, there's not a lot of amber control for Grumpus here. One Anthony or something would really change the game, but he doesn't have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all about where those pips landed, I guess, but like the majority of those pips are damage.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have. Do we have an AFK winner for the second time in a row? Are the French taking over the world?
The French, man, they never stop playing. They just they've been grinding it out. I'm gonna have to learn French just to keep up with these guys. Flox is
the KeyForge meta speaks French.
Yeah. Now it's like, yeah, it goes Galaxy's watching, and they're like, I guess we have to translate KeyForge into French when we reprint.
Yeah, instead of it just be purely in English, we'll just make them all French.
There you go. Yeah, we got to choose one language, and we had to choose French. Here we are. Well, what could he be going into? Again, the 2 in archive. I'm just curious what is in that archive.
If I had to guess, I'd say it was. I think the opposition research. No, one of those is. One of them's causal loop, I think. So it's just a question of what did he stash with causal loop.
Okay, so going into Star Alliance because he can fight with this into an Infernus. Interesting. Not getting the fight effect there. There's the Quixel Stone. I thought I'd go into the Relentless Creeper to try to dig into that deck. Survey. Yep, that's it.
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've got your Vault Keepers champion, Gued. I don't know how to say it. Hopefully it's Gued, but on the final, the adaptive reversal. Congratulations to all the players. And Jolger, thanks for organizing all this, and I mean, even just you giving up your personal cash to make sure this can happen. I mean, that was an incredible sacrifice and speaks volumes of who you are and how much you love this game. So thanks for doing that.
Wanted to keep competitive KeyForge alive, and now that GG has bought the company, and get to look forward to hopefully a new, bigger, and better chapter in KeyForge. I'm just glad I could do my part to keep the game alive.
That's so cool, man. Well, can't wait for the next one. You gonna give us any clues on when the next one will be?
Oh, Lord, I haven't even started thinking about it. I got to get all these sealed decks out to people, and that's going to take some time.
I can't even imagine. But well, take your time, man. Rest up. Good. Congratulations, everyone who played. Well done, and thanks for watching on the Wild Wormhole. We'll see you in the next one.